How do you know when your government is too damn big? How do you know when your government is going to step on the small craftsman, the small artisan, the small artist, the free citizen? How do you know when a guy living in the middle of America, out of the love of tobacco, comes up with 4 different snuffs, sells fewer than 350 tins of said snuff, only recouping enough for his expenses, for the cost of his tobaccos and flavorings and so on. Strictly a labor of love, doing it as a hobby because we're enthusiastic about the harm reduction benefits and the delightful aromas and sensations available from nasal snuff. So this guy busts his ass. And after batch 4, this is the Federal Food and Drug Administration. You are a narcotics pusher. If you do not cease and desist, we will confiscate your home, your vehicle, your testicles. Therefore, kids, bad news, suck news, fuck news. This has been a horrible couple of months for nasal snuff, guys. Deeming regulations here in the States, the Euro trash regulations that even go beyond ours, the death of Chef Daniel and the closing of Old Mill, the end of Molin's DeCrawlings, and now, god damn it, the end of O.S.P. Chris, I'm sorry, man. This is between hobbyists. This has nothing to do with pushing tobacco on children. This has nothing to do with making profit off of a suspect substance. This is nothing. This is hobbyists. So, the Food and Drug Administration, or as I like to call them, the Pure Dude and Fug Administration, they come down on my man Chris after selling fewer than 350 fucking tins of snuff for less than what it cost him to make it and ship it. So guys, that's where, everyone goes, oh, you're wrong about tobacco getting. You're wrong about tobacco getting. I just had a guy, Matt Bot or Chris Bot, somebody, who said, I'm very confused about the European Union regulations changes because you can still get 25-gram tins. Yeah, you can, until they're sold out. And you want to explain to me why Wilson's got rid of 70 of their 97 varieties? This is the overreach of governmental power. And it is not even law. Laws are enacted by bodies, assemblies, parliaments, the legislative branch. They typically then go to an executive branch for approval and implementation. But when you have a bureaucracy, as you have here in the United States, all they have to do is sign a form. Now, yeah, there are some court things going on. There have been some lawsuits filed against the Food and Drug Administration, against the U.S. federal government, but it is fighting City Hall. Chris has decided, now I'm going to let him explain what's going to happen as far as whether he's going to continue his experimentations or what. I really don't know. I got an email from him. He and I have not yet talked. I hope he has the time so we can maybe we can hash this out in a YouTube video. But basically, guys, you need to write to Congress and your Congress people and say, look, if my tobacco is not harming anybody else, leave it alone. If my sipping a beer after work isn't harming anybody else, leave it alone. If my eating a big fat meat lover's pizza with double cheese and triple crust gives me small pleasure, or if I want to buy my soda in a 24-ounce bottle, none of your friggin' business. Please write your Congress people and tell them, leave the average person's simple pleasures alone. You got better things to do with your time, including solving economic problems, rebuilding the infrastructure, reducing crime. You got 50,000 bigger problems than some guy making snuff in his basement. End of sermon.